Okay, students, good morning to all of you. So today we are going to deal the next topic of grand strategy, that is growth or expansion strategy. Okay, so today we are going to deal the growth and expansion strategies. Now let us know that what does growth and expansion strategy means. If we talk about the growth and expansion strategy, then the corporate strategy of expansion is followed when an organization aims at high growth by substantially broadening the scope of one or more of its businesses in terms of their respective customer groups, customer functions, and alternative technologies in order to improve its overall performance. Exactly. This is what the growth strategy or expansion strategy. Growth strategy or expansion strategy means what? Where the company, where the corporate sector is going to increase its customers, increase its customers. That is known as what? Growth or expansion strategy. Where the company used to found out new opportunities, new markets, and those finding those new opportunities and new markets are the basic concept on the basis of which the growth or expansion strategy would be developed. Okay, now what is the reason for growth strategy? Why there is a reason? What is the need for the company to apply the growth strategy? The very first reason is what? It may become imperative when the environment demands increase in pace of activity. Exactly. If the activities are increasing, if the environment is in the need, if the environment is in a need of products or things, then at that time what is being done, that growth strategy would be required. Other reason is what? Psychologically, strategists may feel more satisfied with the prospect of growth from expansion. Exactly. It has been seen that most of the company personnel, the top management who are the top leaders, they just do what? They just become psychologically happy when they increase their, when their customer intake is being increased, when their customers are being increased. Then so this is what the second reason for growth strategy. The third reason is what? Increasing size may lead to more control over the market competitors. Exactly. If we are going to deal the products on a particular area, then at a certain time that particular area becomes what? Saturated. And from overcoming to that saturation level, the company should have to move outside that market. Okay, expand its strategies. That is known as what? Expansion strategy. Okay, what are those strategies which are now we are going to study about? The strategies which is being done under that expansion strategies. It includes the following strategies. The very first strategy is what? Internal growth strategy. The very first is what? The internal growth strategy. Under this expansion strategy, growth strategy, what is the very first strategy? Is internal growth strategy. It is achieved through increasing the firm's production capacity, employees, and sales. Exactly. Internal growth strategy means what? Here we have to deal the production capability. We have to increase the production capability, our employees as well as the sales. That is known as what? Internal growth strategy. Okay, the second strategy is what? Concentration strategies. The second strategy under it is known as what? Concentration strategy. It is the strategy where the total effort of the firm are concentrated on a limited combination of customer groups, customer functions, alternate technology, and products. Exactly. In the concentration strategy, what the company used to do, the company focuses only on a specified target. Okay, limited combination of customer groups and customer functions and alternate technologies and products. That is known as what? Concentration strategies. What are those things which are being included, activities which are being included in the concentration strategies? Those are what? It involves minimal organizational change. Exactly. The organizational change, whatever the organizational change which is being done in the organization, which that should be very minimal, very low. The other, it also enables the firms to master one or more of few businesses. Exactly. If the business units, if there are various business units of an organization, then what does it do? It does that it has to become mastery. It has to become master ये market leaders on certain brands, okay, on certain brands, on certain business units, then only it can do the concentration strategy. The third is what? Intense focusing of resources on a few businesses. Exactly, it focuses the entire resources of the business is going to focus only upon what? The few businesses. And managers face less problem dealing with known situations. Exactly, in this what is being done, if the concentration is being done at a very specified level, then at that time what is being done? The manager should have to focus on what? The manager should have to focus only upon the situations, or they have to face the same and same problems again and again, and it should be easy for the managers to solve the problems again and again. Okay, है ना? So now this is what the second strategy under growth and expansion strategy, that is known as concentration strategy. Now the third strategy which comes under the growth and expansion strategy is what? Merger strategy. Okay, students, so merger, the next strategy is known as what? Merger, MERGER, merger strategy. Okay, merger and acquisition. If we talk about the both are the two terms. The first is known as what? Merger, and the other one is known as acquisition, ACQUISITION, or takeover. Okay, so let us know about these two strategies, merger and acquisition or takeover strategy. When there is a combination or integration of two or more organizations in which one acquires the assets and liabilities of the other in exchange for shares or cash, or both the organizations are dissolved and the assets and liabilities are combined and new stock is issued. Okay, in this case the organization which acquires another is called acquisition or takeover. Okay, if there are two organizations and one organization is going to purchase all the assets, all the stocks, all the shares of other company, then that is known as what? Acquisition. That company which purchases is known as acquisition. On the other and the organization which is acquired, then it is known as what? Merger. And the company which is acquiring, which is being acquired, that is known as what? Mergers. And if both the organization dissolve their identity to create a new organization, then it is known as consolidation. Exactly, if a new idea is being generated and a new company is being generated, then that is known as what? Consolidation. Okay, now let us know about types of mergers and acquisition. Let us know what are those types of mergers and acquisition. The very first type of mergers and acquisition is horizontal merger and acquisition. The next is vertical mergers and acquisition, concentric mergers and acquisition, conglomerate mergers and acquisition. Now what is the reason for merger? Now let us know that what are those reasons which comes which enforces a company for doing the merger. Okay, for example, Larsen and Toubro, both of them has merged. For example, Hero Honda, earlier Hero Honda has merged. Tata, Docomo, all these are what? The examples of merger. So what are the reason for merger? The reason for merger is what? Number one, to increase the value of owner's stock and investment. Exactly, to make the owner's stock, to increase the owner's to value of owner's stock and investment, the merger is being done. The second one is to increase the growth rate. Exactly, when we merge with the other company, then the growth rate of the company would be increased. And the third one, to benefit from the tax legislation. Exactly, from the tax legislation we are going to take benefits. And fourth one is to deal with top management succession problems. Exactly, to deal, how we are going to do, we have to deal with the top management succession problem. If the top management, there are no successors, there are no a person who is going to lead the top management, then at that case what is being done? Most of the time the company used to do the mergers. Okay, now let us see that what are the reasons for acquisition. Okay, acquisition में क्या reasons होता है? The very first reason for acquisition is to increase the value of the organization's stock. Here we are going to increase the organization's stock. The next one is what? To increase the growth rate and make a good investment. Exactly. The third is to improve the stability of its earning and sale. Exactly. Fourth one, to diversify its product line. Exactly. Fifth one, to reduce competition. And sixth one, to acquire a needed resource quickly. Exactly, it is not to acquire a needed resource. That if we are going to, if the company is going to do move for the acquisition, then they are going to get more needed resources quickly. Okay. Now, in this growth and expansion strategy, the other strategy which is being implemented by the companies are vertical integration. What is known as vertical integration? If we talk about this vertical integration, then what does vertical integration means? In this growth strategy, new products or services which are complementary to the existing product or service lines are added. When an organization starts making new products that serves its own needs, then vertical integration takes place. Okay, then it is known as what? Vertical integration strategy. This vertical integration strategy means what? For example, there is a company and that company wants to start a new product. If that company wants to start a new product, then most of the time the company move towards those products which should be used as a substitute products for that organization. That is known as what? Vertical integration. Okay, that is known as what? Vertical integration. Vertical integration is being done for on the basis of two types. Okay, there are two types on the basis of which the vertical integration is being done. The first type is what? Backward integration. It means retreating to the source of raw materials. Okay, for example, any of the company which is producing, for example, Tata Steel produces what? Tata Steel produces steel, and for producing the steel, Tata needs the raw material as coal and iron ore. If suppose the Tata purchases a mine, coal mine, if Tata purchases a coal mine, like the Tata has purchased a coal mine in Ghato. Okay, in Ghato, Tata has purchased the coal mine from the government. Now, this purchase, this is known as what? Backward integration. It means that where the company used to purchase the sources of raw materials. Okay, and the other type of vertical integration is known as what? Forward integration. In the forward integration, it moves the organization ahead, taking it nearer to the ultimate customers. It means that where the product and distribution channel part is being handled by the company only, that is known as what? Forward integration. For example, if we take about the railways, okay, then what we have seen, the Indian railways have started the part of Indian Railway Catering and Tourism. It means that Indian Railway is directly associated with related to the catering and tourism part by the customers. That is known as what? Vertical integration. Okay, now the sixth strategy under growth and expansion strategy is what? Joint venture. Joint venture means what? Where two ventures join together for developing a new product, where the managerial and technical know-how of both the companies are being associated. That is known as what? Joint venture. Joint ventures are partnerships in which two or more firms carry out a specific project or corporate in a selected area of business. It is of temporary partnership which breaks after the project is finished. Okay, it is a kind of temporary partnership which breaks when the project is being completed. That is known as what? Joint ventures. Okay, now most of the time when the tenders are being taken related to bridges, related to roads, then 2 or 3 company makes the joint venture, and that joint venture is being done, and whenever the project is being run, they are associated with each other, and when the project is being finished, the terms and condition, the joint venture is already being finished. Okay, that is known as what? Joint venture. Characteristics. What are the characteristics? If we talk about the characteristics, then the characteristics of joint venture are: every joint venture has a scheduled life cycle which will end sooner or later. Exactly, each and every joint venture where 2 or 3 companies merge together for doing a project, a specific project, it is having its life cycle. Okay, when the project is being finished, then the merger, then the joint venture is being finished by itself only. Okay, next feature, characteristics or feature of joint venture is what? Every joint venture has to be dissolved. Exactly, at one day the joint venture is going to be dissolved. Okay, वो dissolve हो जाता है. Third, changes in the environment force the joint venture to be redesigned regularly. Exactly, changes in the environment force. If there might be a change in the environment, then it forces the joint ventures to be redesigned regularly. That they are going to redesign the joint ventures once again regularly. Okay, that is known as what? Joint ventures. Now the seventh is known as what? Diversification strategy. Under the growth and expansion strategy, that is known as what? Diversification strategy. In this diversification strategy, what is being done? The company used to find the new markets in new arenas or move overseas. That is known as what? Diversification strategy. When new products are made for new markets, then diversification takes place. By adopting diversification, an organization does something novel in terms of making new products or serving new markets or doing both simultaneously. Exactly, means new product or new market or both we are going to do. That is known as what? Diversification strategy. And eighth strategy under the growth and expansion strategy is conglomerate strategy. Now let us know what does conglomerate strategies. Okay, when an organization adopts a strategy which requires taking up those activities which are unrelated to the existing business definition of any of its businesses, either in terms of their respective customer groups, customer functions or alternative technology. It is conglomerate diversification. Okay, when a company starts doing that, producing or starts doing the business related to those fields which are totally unrelated with its field, that is known as what? Conglomerate. For example, Godrej Group operates in various unrelated businesses like agriculture products. Exactly, in agricultural products Godrej is also working. Animal feeds, branded tea, Godrej is also has tea, chemicals, poultry, processed food, rural retailing. As well as the next example is what? Aditya Birla Group in aluminium, carbon black, cement, chemicals, copper fertilizers, gas, mining, telecom, textile. So all these sectors are what? Unrelated sectors. That is known as what? Conglomerate strategy. These strategies are known as what? Conglomerate strategies, where there is no relationship among the products. That is known as what? Conglomeration. So students, this is being finished. We have finished this topic, that is known as what? The expansion or growth strategy. Okay, thank you to all of you.